We'll see. But the team I wanted to focus on in this division is the Florida Panthers for the most part. Um, First off, Spencer Knight caught my eye as the winning goaltender of the 2020 and 2021 World Junior Champions to our chagrin. He did not win goalie of the tournament. That honor was reserved for Devin Levi, but Spencer Knight made almost just as many saves, just had a few less shots and a few less shutouts, and had to. I think his first game was a rough start. Is the only reason he didn't take home that award. But a higher draft pick than Levi. Both are on the Panthers. And I just wanted to mention Knight's been fantastic to start the season so far. He's 4-0, has a 9.19 save percentage and a 2.32 goals against average. A lot of those stats are off the back of an absolutely fantastic first start where he stopped something like 32 of 33 shots. And the performance has dipped a little, but you can't argue with 4 wins, 0 losses. So not only do the Panthers have him filling in while Drager's injured, who's been great, and Bobrovsky's also been fine, but they've also got Levi still playing in the NCAA. So watch out for the Florida Panthers goaltending over the next couple years.
Yeah, they're gonna have to buy out Bobrovsky because they're paying him 10 million for another like 8 years. So they're locked into that. That's just a brutal contract, and it was brutal at the time. Everyone knew it was brutal at the time. Um, so you could see one of these younger guys getting moved, or yeah, there's no way they can buy him out. They don't have the money. It looks like they're stuck with Bob for a while, unless he goes to Robida Island one day for them.
Yeah, I guess we'll follow that. They're playing well enough right now. They'll get a good playoff run in, maybe 1, 2 seasons of that, and they'll manage to scrounge it up because it'd be kind of heartbreaking to have a team with that much promise and potential shackled just for lack of money. But I guess that's as a privileged Leafs fan talking. I'm not done praising the Florida Panthers scouting department because this other that's stat line by night isn't all that surprising. This next one to me is a lot more surprising. Remember Sam Bennett, the Calgary Flames player, at one point projected to go first overall in the 2014-2015 draft. I think he fell to like 5 or 6 maybe, but supposed to be part of that promising core. Never really got going. Got moved to the Panthers at the trade deadline for a second round pick, more or less. And in his first 9 games, he's put up 13 points, which is a better points per game average than I think, I mean, it's only 13 games, but then I've seen him head at all during his NHL tenure. So it doesn't happen that often. I think more often than not, you see like a Galchenyuk-esque situation where player who showed promise once slows down, gets moved to another team and loses it. It's too early to say for sure, but Bennett looking like a great pickup for the Panthers. And I just wanted to contrast that with the other player who was acquired for a second round pick, Taylor Hall, who has put up 11 points in 13 games for the Boston Bruins. So much better than his average with Buffalo, as might be expected. But the Florida Panthers win the best player acquired for a second round pick at the trade deadline award.
For now. Uh, yeah, Sam Bennett is a guy who you could see he still was pushing the potential. He's still so young. It's less of a Galchenyuk situation just because he still was on his first team, but you definitely could see parallels there. The difference with Sam, I think, is he really wanted out of Calgary at that point because just he didn't fit in with that team, and you could see even when there were times when they'd move him up the lineup and he'd produce at a better pace. And he's shown that he can play in a top 6 role, but just wasn't fitting in with the personnel in Calgary. He gets this new opportunity, breath of new life. You get to live in nice, warm, sunny Florida, playing on a team that is cruising towards one of the top 2 spots in the division. Actually, no, they're locked in a heated 3-way battle, right? Because you've got the 2 heavyweights, Carolina and Tampa Bay. But Florida really, really special this season, the season that they've been having. And he
Especially
gets
the second half without Ekblad.
exactly. Yeah. When you're missing your Norris Trophy stud defenseman, That is just, it's great that they can get another addition from a guy like this. And Florida's a team that isn't going to bring in big free agents, and they really have to build through the draft and look for value acquisitions like they have done with Sam Bennett. So that's a great move, and happy that he's been having some success.